Julie. Anyhow, welcome
To the back.
to the back.
To the back.
To the back
You needed an extra one
podcast. No, I didn't. We do 4 every time.
To the back. To the back.
You did 2. I did
No,
2.
it's 3, I think.
No.
It's always been 3.
No.
Welcome.
Yeah. Anyhow, I just. Anyhow, that's what I'm drinking though.
Is it like what
It's
kind of
apparently-
coffee do
It's
you
just
have?
considered an iced coffee, and which eventually comes with creamer and a sugar syrup. I didn't
So
want
it's
that.
an iced milkshake?
No, I said no. I want it black.
Oh. That's not black.
Well, no, I added creamer when I got home, but my cream was sugar free.
So milkshake.
It's not a milkshake, Dakota.
I was those coffee purists. So like, if it's not just straight up coffee,
He doesn't even drink coffee, really. That's what's really annoying.
I mean, not anymore.
Actually,
But like, I did drink coffee for a while, and it was straight up black.
how often have you seen me drink black coffee, though?
cold
Like, you get that
coffee.
from me. Like, piss off.
I didn't get anything from you. That's not how that works. I tried it and realized
Genetics.
You literally can't attribute all my personality to you. You
I
need to stop
can.
doing that.
I cooked you inside of me. Literally. It's like
Some
a
would
fucking
say-
furnace.
Some would say I escaped.
Like a Quan Mills novel.
Stop. I don't even want to know why you know stories about those novels.
I only know about him through other black creators, and it's just them talking about how his novels escape. They're not published. That's all I know. I've never read any of them. But shout out to you, my guy. Anyhow, I wanted to read you this this petty revenge from Reddit
Okay.
that I really feel like you're gonna truly appreciate. Like, I would talk about that I'm petty, but I'm really not. I don't have the energy to be petty like this.
Because I'm tired. So let's see how
We'll see if it's gonna get
much
you. Okay.
it can enthrall me.
So the title is "A Regular Kept Spoiling a Show I Was Watching."
Wait, a what?
A regular kept spoiling a show I was watching.
Like
A customer, regular
okay, that's what
customer,
I
right?
figured. Okay, yeah. Wonder what the show
Okay.
is.
I used to work in a comic shop, and we had a lot of regulars who would come in every week who I got to know fairly well.
I'm so scared because I already okay. I don't even pause you so first, but it's a comic shop, which means it's probably a nerdy show, which means it's gonna be more. The people who get spoiled like for like stuff like that care more if like someone got spoiled for fucking like I don't know Hacks or like Severance, you know.
He said there was one guy who had mentioned he liked Stargate.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't know what Stargate is? I've never watched it, but I know what it is.
Familiar, but
I think it
don't know
deals
what
with like space and shit.
I mean, I would
like-
assume so.
Yeah, but
Okay.
so one week he came in and I mentioned to him that I'd started rewatching Stargate from the very beginning. I also mentioned that I had never seen the last 3 seasons or any of the spinoffs, so I was excited to see them.
Okay.
The first thing he says is, "Oh, so you don't know about detailed description of something that happens in the final season." I was like, "Whoa, no spoilers." Which should have been enough, but it wasn't. Every week he'd come back in and spoil it for me even more, and every week I would tell him, "Please not spoil it for me." This went on for about 2 months. Between the regularity of it and the smirk he'd get on his face every time I asked him not to tell me spoilers, I knew he was doing it on purpose. So one week, he came in and bought a big pile of comics he had ordered. I waited for him to pay, and then, instead of bagging them up, I fanned them all out on the counter. You see, I read a lot of comics, especially back then. I read every new comic that was published by Marvel and DC, and then some, as they came out. So it just so happened that I had read every comic he had just purchased. I proceeded to point to each comic and spoil every single one. He didn't talk to me about Stargate after that.
I mean, good on you. You know,
I'm sorry, that's an epic level of petty, I feel like.
epic is a little. That's the right amount of pettiness. Epic is like you went to great lengths. He
Okay.
reads comics. I mean, but this gets me riled up in general because my friends know this about me. I don't like spoilers. I don't care. Like, even if a movie or a show has been out for 20 years or more, I don't care. If I mention that I haven't seen it, don't get pissed off that you want to rob the fucking joy of watching
Yeah.
for the first time. It's the most selfish thing. It's one thing if like you accidentally spoil something and the person who hasn't seen it didn't let you know that they have not seen it,
Yeah.
that's fine, and that's an accident. You know what I mean? But when I don't get why people are like, oh, don't like you. Why does it matter? Spoiler. Don't be like it. Fucking matters, bro. I care about these things. I mean that. You know, what'd be epic is if I could do spoiler alert. This is when you're gonna die. That would be amazing. I give you a spoiler warning of your death. That's how I feel like I should do sometimes. Like Jesus Christ, the things that spoiler warning for spoiler warning for if you haven't seen Star Wars, the new ones. I got spoiled that Han Solo dies, right, and that pissed me off. And then what was the other big thing I got spoiled that I really hate? I mean, you got spoiler for One Piece. You got spoiled that Ace dies.
I don't know what he's talking about. Don't listen.
I said spoiler warning for One Piece.
Okay.
So you just yelled for no reason.
But like, I know somebody who. Oh wait, never mind. She's already seen that part. Go ahead. Proceed.
I've already said it.
Yeah.
So.
No, and seriously, the way that I was spoiled on that is crazy because it was a dog account. Like, there's no way. I'm just looking at a little wiener dog dressed up as Luffy, right? Thinking, oh, how cute is this little wiener dog? And then all of a sudden, I get this huge fucking spoiler, and I don't remember how close was. I think I was only at Water 7 when that got spoiled, so I wasn't expecting that. And I think you were more mad than I was about the spoiler.
Yes, because it's like.
And you're like,
everybody
stop
knows
looking
that
at stuff.
one of the best. I think not everybody, but I think there's a big consensus that one of the best feelings is showing someone like a video or a movie or a show or anything that you really like and waiting to see their reaction to it. And so if it's automatically going to be taken away or tarnished, you're going to be really upset.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I felt that was me with you watching Game of Thrones, like me showing Game of Thrones to you.
Well, I didn't get spoiled or anything with that.
Yeah, I know, and I'd have been so mad if like the Red Wedding had been spoiled for you. You know,
I knew of the Red Wedding,
or figuring out like who Jon Snow actually is. You know,
that was you're gonna hate me for this, but the only thing that I genuinely, even in my mind, gasped at was the Jon Snow thing. Everything else was like, oh. I just knew the tone of the show. I was like, oh.
You knew that Red Wedding, that all was going to happen.
I knew the tone of the show. Nothing was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, oh, okay. It was like, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was great acting. I was more like excited about the acting.
Yeah.
Right? But like.
But no,
if anything, the thing that surprised me the most was the wieners.
So many wieners. Like,
crazy.
Unnecessarily amount of wieners. Well, I thought you would like that one more because it dealt with comic books and like maybe not epic revenge, but it's like a really good.
It's a good revenge. It's a good one.
Like the first comment is like, "This is the epitome of what I come to this sub for." Right? Petty justice at its finest, sweet, satisfying, and totally deserved. Like, I would have loved that. Okay, so I guess that one, I figured that would cause more conversation. Sorry.
Well, I did conversate about it, but I have a very firm stance on it. So it's not going to be like, it's don't spoil things if someone says they don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah.
If you do, you're a bad person.
All right. Do you want me to do this Am I the Asshole one?
Sure.
This one's the Am I the Asshole in Public, which I didn't realize there was a difference.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is.
I don't either. So it goes, am I the asshole for telling my wife my childhood friend will never forgive her for what she did?
Okay.
Yeah.
Off the rip, I had a guess. It really just depends what she did, but if it is worthy of something, then yeah, it doesn't matter. You're not married to that childhood friend. Why does it fucking matter?
No, he's telling the wife that his friend will never forgive her.
Yeah, why does it matter if his friend doesn't forgive you? You're not married to his friend. You don't have to. Everyone doesn't have to like you.
No, listen. My wife, 32, and I, 34.
I was so worried it was gonna be like 58.
No, have been married for 6 years, together for 10. We have a 4-year-old son. We have a 4-year-old son. A few years ago, my close childhood friend, 34 female, got married. We've been extremely close since we were kids. Both our families were dysfunctional in different ways. At one point, my dad cheated on my mom with her mom. They got married. Divorced a year later. Are you listen? And we basically ended up abandoned by both sides. He's talking about the friend now, right? Through all that, we became really close with each other. She even has 2 tattoos that relate to our bond. I would have gotten a tattoo too. That bothers me. He didn't say as well.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of scared of needles. My wife was actually close to my friend too. Man, he really loves that word. And never showed signs of being insecure about our friendship until postpartum hit. After our son was born, she really struggled. Her emotions were all over the place, and she became extremely insecure about my relationship with my friend. I was supposed to be man of honor at my friend's wedding, help plan things, and be a big part of the ceremony, but my wife was so anxious and uncomfortable she begged me not to attend. It made me really sad, but I chose my wife. I told my friend I couldn't go and told her why. She was really hurt by it. Not angry, just really sad, but she said she understood. A couple months later, my wife fully recovered and apologized both to me and to my friend. I forgave her. My friend, however, didn't. When my wife reached out to my friend to apologize, my friend was polite but direct. She said she never wanted to speak to her again. She didn't yell or make a scene. She just drew a boundary. Honestly, I get it. It was a once-in-a-lifetime date, and she'd leaned on me for years, and I bailed. I still feel guilty about it. My friend and I still talk regularly. Nothing inappropriate. We're just close. Always have been. Recently, my wife asked if there was any chance my friend would forgive her. I told her the truth. No, that ship sailed. My wife got sort of quiet and looked sad and hasn't brought it up again, but I wonder if I was too blunt. Am I the asshole for not giving my wife hope and just telling her forgiveness probably isn't happening?
Should I say my opinion or should I ask?
Yeah,
what
let's
yours is?
say your opinion.
I'm actually genuinely so scared because I know I probably have a different opinion. I know I have a different opinion. So please say yours first before I say something
No,
stupid.
say it.
No, I'm gonna say.
Do you want to
something
hear what
stupid.
some of the other people said?
No, I don't want to hear what other people say. I don't hear what Reddit users say. Honestly, I don't want to hear what Reddit users have to say. Maybe afterwards, but not right now.
Okay.
So you want me to say mine
Yeah.
before? Okay. Okay. Look, I'm gonna lay it out. Okay. To start, I can only take what has been read to me because we don't know these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For all we know, it could be a fucking lie. It'd be a weird thing to lie about, right? But it sounds real, and we don't know these people, so I can't really judge your character beyond what is presented. Okay, so their childhood friend. First of all, also to call that dysfunctional is an understatement. That's crazy. That's why I was losing my mind that they cheated on each. Like that's
their
yeah.
parents cheated with each
Yeah.
other and then married and then divorced a year after.
That's crazy.
So basically, they grew up as siblings.
Yeah, they grew up. So okay, this is my okay. So let me. I'll say okay. So childhood friends. So it sounds like almost 3 decades based on their age, right? Like or nearing 3 decades.
You're like no, probably like 2 decades.
Well, I'm saying if they're 34.
They're 34. They probably met as teenagers.
Well, they
I
said
don't know.
childhood friends.
Okay, I don't. Either way,
Either
fine.
way, okay. At minimum 2 decades, maybe nearing 3 decades. A long time. A long fucking time.
Okay.
Growing up, right? You're gonna be close. So I'm trying to think of people I was friends with for like since then, and if eventually they wanted me to be in their wedding.
A woman. It can't be people.
I know.
It can't be a dude.
I know it's a woman.
Okay.
And so this is the way. Look, I'll say these 2 things. One, if your wife is saying that she feels uncomfortable with your two's relationship, maybe you should look at that and see why she feels uncomfortable. Yeah. Also, though, the wife should have brought that up before. Like, she should have made that very apparent, like first, because it seems like she was like fine with it, and then when it got to the wedding time, she was like, "I'm not fine with it."
I think you're missing the part that it was 4 months after, like
it
within
was
4 months
after
around the baby.
postpartum, yeah.
No, she's still in postpartum. She's still
Yeah.
dealing with those
Yeah.
stuff. So that's when the insecurities came
Yeah.
out. Didn't mean they weren't already there. It's just that when she finally voiced
Yeah.
to them.
Okay, I'm also this. I didn't throw this out there. I don't think the friend is wrong for. If that's how you want to be, that's fine. I don't think you're a bad person. Because this is obviously probably one of your closest friends ever, and you thought they were going to be at your wedding, and you probably thought this for a while, and now that it didn't happen, that's fine for you not to forgive them. That's fine. I think it's. I don't think it. Like I said to start it, I don't think. Why does it matter? You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you chose. You have to live with. I'm not saying that she was completely an asshole for doing this, but I'm saying you chose to do that. So just live with the consequences. Like it's not like it's your friend. It's your husband's friend. You know.
That he talks to daily.
Yeah.
A female friend that he speaks to daily.
Well, are we saying that men and women can't be friends?
They can be friends. Okay, fine. His friend that he speaks to daily.
Okay, well, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying I have to, because I'm always gonna play devil's advocate. Imagine, I'm not gonna say her name, right? But do you know my my friend from high school who she went to. I mean, I was with her. I was friends with her in elementary school, but she was in theater with me. Uh, Starts with the F. Do you remember her?
No, I don't know who you're
It's
talking about.
it's the girl.
Her name starts with an F?
Yeah.
I don't know who you're
I
talking
think she's
about.
Nigerian.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna mute it. Fajero.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
So imagine if, like, me and Fajero were still in contact and forever, and then when we got to our 30s, she was getting married, and she wanted me to be there, and it's a completely platonic friendship because you
Okay,
could
okay,
fully.
okay.
So I'm saying I have to imagine that could also be the case. So I'm laying out two things. If that is the case, then this is the way I look at it. Just give up, wife. She's not gonna be your friend. That's fine. That's what it is. What it is. And but at the same time, I think it's fair for you to feel those things. I'm not saying your feelings are invalid. If it is something more, obviously you need to check that. And at the same time, if your wife feels uncomfortable, maybe you should look at why she feels uncomfortable. Unless this dude is just whatever. But like, I understand that there's always going to be something.
I need to read an extra comment
there,
so you have more context.
Okay, then why didn't you do that?
I just saw this comment.
Okay.
I didn't realize the original poster had commented.
Okay, then.
Okay, I'm going to tell you that the consensus is he's an asshole because he's framing this like that it's entirely his wife's fault that he didn't go to this thing, meaning he presented it to the friend as, I'm only not going because she doesn't want me to go. Well, not taking to the fact that we literally talked about this the other day, that every woman struggles with postpartum. They can act like they don't, but I think a lot of women don't realize that's what they're struggling with because they think postpartum means I don't want to touch the baby, I'm sad. That wasn't the case for me. I cried all the time from joy of having you, but also I was really fucking emotional because your hormones are just like spewing out of you, especially if you breastfeed. It continues longer. Just heads up.
I know these. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that rarely are women insecure for no reason.
Yeah, that's why I said there has to be a reason she feels this way.
Second, it's very odd that the friend is only mad at the wife and solely placing the blame on the wife. Why is she not upset with the friend? That's weird. Well, like, so that means he definitely presented it as, I want to go, but she won't let me.
Yeah, well, also because that also brings the question: you're 34, you're a grown person. If you just had a kid, obviously, right? 4 years old. Your wife, you guys hopefully have a strong enough bond that you can say, I'm just going to go because it's my friend.
No.
Why can't you just go?
Dakota, not 4 years old. It's a 4-month-old. I think I don't understand how small 4 months olds are and how hard that is.
Yeah.
And the fact that especially if she had a natural birth, whether birth, because actually C-sections are harder to recover from. Like, you literally can't even do any lift or walk upstairs for 2 weeks after a C-section. Like, stop. Like, this man presented it like it's her fault and made it act like he's choosing his wife, but he's not. He's choosing the friend.
I think I know what the problem is.
Okay, so here's the
I'll tell you the problem afterwards.
Because someone said, another question would be, how did OP step down as man of honor? Did he say, my wife won't let me, or my wife is not well and I need to focus on that right now? That's the choice you should make, and that's how it should have been said. And someone said, it was the first one. And then this is the thing. Right? Even though the wife is the one who didn't want him to go, he's the one that made the choice. Seems odd. This is written as though the friend blames the wife 100% and harbors zero negative feelings towards OP whatsoever. Also, OP made one comment and stated, they have private dates for things like birthdays and gift exchange and will continue to do so going forward because each other's families were never really that important. It's just about the two of them. OP, not only are you definitely the asshole, but you clearly don't care about your vows. Grow a pair of balls, leave your wife, and be with your best friend because that's obviously what you and her have always wanted. If you're having fucking private dates, you're cheating.
If it's private, that's crazy.
Well, that's the comment that he made.
Because I think the keyword there is private. I think you can have friend dates, but private means that means you want to hide it, which means there's a reason you want to hide it, is because you obviously have strong feelings for this woman. Like, romantically, Yeah. This is my problem, right? Fuck, I almost lost it because I was listening to you. I'm saying there is a situation where no one's the asshole. but he is the asshole in this, right? But there is a situation. I think it is dumb to assume, or for anybody to say, that men and women can't be friends
Well,
platonically.
yeah.
Let me finish. So that can be the case, right? I
Right.
have complete platonic women friends, and if one day that we were best friends and I wanted to go to their wedding, it's a tricky situation because I don't really care as much, but I know people hold weddings like fucking
Right.
huge because it like if you do it right, it's the only time it's gonna happen in your life, right?
Yeah.
And obviously you want your closest people to be there. You know what I mean? Because you're moving to a new chapter of your life.
Yeah.
So I think there's a situation where the best way to do this. Also, my question is, why wasn't the wife invited? Like the wife, why did it seems like the wife wasn't like only the dude was gonna come, which seems weird. Like, shouldn't the wife? It'd be perfect fine for the wife and a 4-month-old to come.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Well,
weird thing. I don't
no.
understand.
No, babies at weddings are just don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Well,
So,
a sitter, like a sitter.
like, that's my thing is
you could get a sitter.
The thing is, like, how long were you planning this wedding? Because someone's pregnant for nearly 10 months for most women, actually,
Yeah.
not 9. I was pregnant for 10. Like,
you
knew.
Yeah, you knew.
You
that.
knew in advance they were having a kid, and if she was pregnant for even just 9, and then the baby is 4 months old. I don't know. Like,
well, this is a weird question. Let me ask, because also you got to remember she's getting married to another person, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's on her to adjust her wedding around a baby that's not theirs.
Okay, that's fine.
No,
but
that's not
I
on
do
her at
think it's
all.
on her to expect somebody that's supposedly so close to you that they're family to leave their spouse right after having a child to do all of these things.
no.
Because basically he'd be they say man of honor. It's in substitute for being a maid of honor.
I know.
And
what
the maid
that
of
is.
honor does everything. Like they
Yeah.
do so much help with so much planning. And so that's a big task.
Yeah.
And so if that's something you really wanted him to do, then yeah, you should have talked to your soon to be partner, your soon to be spouse, and say, hey, maybe we should push this back because I really want this person to be the person that stands next beside me. Or you accept that it's just bad timing. They've just had a kid. Obviously I want him at the wedding, but he can't do this thing.
Well, I think also the big problem is here is not all three of these people. At least the whole situation seems like something very high school. When you're all 3 grown adults, just sit down and have a conversation about it. It's not that fucking hard. If you really want, I'm saying, like, just talk about things. It's a problem. No, it's a lot of, and this is
But the wife did talk about it.
Let me finish. I know the guy in the middle is the asshole. He's the asshole because he's relaying information to both these women, conflicting what they're saying. Because he's like saying, "Oh, she said, it's a she said, she said." Because he's not saying. I'm saying they need to all 3 get together, and I think honestly, genuinely, I think if the person getting married were to hear the wife's concerns and see how she's feeling about this, she could forgive her in the future. I think it's because all she hears is what he told her that she's not letting him.
I mean, maybe. I would say if they're this close, she knows. I don't think that the best friend is guiltless. I think she's just as guilty as the husband. I think they are having an affair based on the way that he put it, the extra comment that he added. If they're not physically, they are emotionally. Like, and they should have just ended up marrying each other if that's what they want. Somebody said, "Oh, you're so close because you had a dysfunctional family." It was like, join the crowd, bro. Like a lot of us did.
Well, this is my problem, and I'm not. I'm saying I know without a shadow of a doubt. It's not me questioning if he's an asshole. He's an asshole for this thing, right? I'm saying that doesn't matter. Whoever said that, shut the fuck up, because that's how most people bond. So why does join the family? Yeah, that's how people get close. That means nothing. That means
they're
nothing.
saying you shouldn't use it as an excuse
No, it's not
to harm your wife.
Well, yeah, that's dumb. I'm saying in a world, right? There is a world where there are. I'm not saying he is an asshole, right? But I'm saying I don't know if they're fucking cheating, and I don't want to. I'm like this with everything. You know, this is the way I am. I don't want to assume unless the evidence is very fucking there, or it's always gonna be something. I am a firm believer that men and women can be fucking friends, like platonically.
Yeah.
And so I don't want that to be like it's a very tricky situation, and the asshole, the person who is the for sure asshole is the dude in this.
Right.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't think the woman who's getting married is to blame whatsoever. I don't think she's to blame to not forgive her based on what she knows, right? That's not her fault because that's what he's told her. and I don't think she should have moved her wedding around having another person's kid. And I think she's also right in the same way the wife wants her husband to be with her, the same way that the best friend wants her best friend to be with her. They're both valid feelings. I get at the end of the day, you're gonna choose the person who you've committed to for the rest of your life. That makes sense. But I'm saying to have those feelings isn't makes you a bad person. Doesn't make you a bad person. I'm saying the bad person is the dude in this. I'm saying neither of the women are bad for having their feelings about it.
I mean, I'll let you have that opinion.
That's.
I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
I think as
you
a
don't agree with
woman,
that opinion?
I think that I think that the only person that's blameless in this is the wife. I don't think you understand
what did the
what
friend
it's
do
like
wrong?
to not forgive her, knowing that she just had a kid, that her emotions are all over the place,
Yeah.
and how hard that is. I think there's something, especially if she gave a sincere apology. I think that there's something that then that tips me off that you
Did
have
she say
something.
she gave a sincere apology?
Yeah, he said that. He said
Okay.
that she was, she apologized twice.
Yeah.
Like, I think that means that they're screwing. They're having, or at least an emotional affair. There is something more to it than just their friendship.
Maybe I'm just
because why are you not able to forgive
maybe
a woman that just had a baby?
maybe I'm just more jaded. I don't think it matters. No one has to be your friend. Like, it doesn't matter.
Okay, no one has to be
Yeah.
her. Okay,
I think
actually, it does matter if you are secretly
that's
meeting.
you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. I was gonna talk more. I was saying it does matter if they are having an affair. If that is true, obviously there's so many things that come with that, right?
Okay, here's the other thing is, I'm just gonna say, if I have a partner and somebody is being that way to my partner, we aren't friends anymore. We aren't friends anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's my person. I'm spending the rest of my life with that person. You're disrespecting that person.
Yeah.
So don't say, oh, yeah, no, everybody doesn't have to like me.
Yeah,
but if
okay,
your best friend
do you not
doesn't
realize
like me.
You're not really saying. You're saying that. You're saying all you're saying right now is just pointing the only blame to the dude, which I agree with. That's not the friends. It should be on the dude to cut ties with the friend. The friend is allowed to not forgive.
Okay, yes, everybody's allowed to not forgive. What I'm saying, yes, the whole point was, is he wrote it? Am I the asshole? Yeah, you're the asshole.
I said we've already cleared that. You just said you think the only one that's blameless is the wife, and I think no. There's two people completely blameless, and there's one very much blameful. I don't think the friend did anything wrong.
No, I think the friend is, because if you
unless they're cheating.
No, here's my thing. If you know that you are not going to be able to forgive someone's spouse, but you still want to stay close with them, you have blame in that.
I guess a part of me also has this point of view, because coming from the straight man perspective, which is not the best, right? The most recent relationship the reason I got broke up with is because I was at a friend function with a girl, a friend who was completely platonic, but my girlfriend thought something was going on, and it's kind of like, no, I don't have these feelings. What am I supposed to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
but
you're putting yourself in that scenario. It's not the same thing.
I'm saying
at all.
I'm saying, okay, but look, I'm trying to relate that to the fact that, like, I think this is all I want to say. All I want to say, and then move past this, because this is getting frustrating. I'm not mad at you. I'm saying it's frustrating because I feel like we're not gonna agree. All I'm saying is, the takeaway should be that platonic women and men, like cis women and cis men, can have platonic friendships, right?
Mm-hmm.
We agree with that.
Yeah.
The dude's the asshole, regardless. He's completely the asshole. There's so many things he should have done. He should have communicated with them both clearly. He should have considered his wife's feeling more. He should have looked into why his wife is feeling this way. There's a lot of things he could have done. And I guess we'll just disagree on the fact if the friend is blameless or not.
Yeah.
I don't think she did anything wrong. You do.
I mean,
but I think the reason you do is because you're on the assumption that there is a.
I think that based on context clues. That's why.
Yeah, I get why you think that,
because I have experienced things like this, not specific, but like because I'm older and I'm not shit that I've gone through.
Well, I'm not saying your opinion's invalid. I'm just saying I don't want to make an opinion that's the case.
Well, that's it's not like what we say on here is going to determine if his wife leaves him. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that.
It's just a discussion.
Well, okay, well, when we're talking about real things, I'm not gonna make an assumption about real things. I get that. I don't give a fuck about these people. They could die, and I wouldn't blink it twice because I don't know them. You know what I mean? I don't mean to put it
Clip
so.
that.
I don't mean to
Clip
put it
that.
so bluntly, but I
Clip
don't know these
that.
people. I don't know their faces nor their names. They could be racists. I don't know. I'm just saying that I'm not gonna make an assumption unless like it's very hinted in my opinion about that.
Okay, I have another one.
Okay.
I haven't read this one. This is me. We'll be reading it at the same time. But it's I want to know what the difference of this "Am I the asshole" is than the regular one. But it says, okay, am I the asshole for kicking my mother-in-law out of my daughter's first birthday party after she gave
No.
a family portrait that didn't include me?
Oh, absolutely not. Get the fuck. Actually,
You know
actually,
what? I
actually.
think, no, this is like even gets even more. But I think your immediate reaction, just is because you saw what I went through with Andy's mom, is that you were
it's not even,
immediately
it's
like,
just like in-law. It's like as much as they like to pretend, you're not gonna favor your son or daughter-in-law, right? As much as your actual thing, so you know there's gonna be bias. I just
Okay,
know.
listen.
I know these things.
listen. To be clear, I do not give
And
a
I get I'm being hypocritical about the last thing by automatically assuming. I get that. Two things at once. I get it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I'm just giving my opinion. I can change.
Okay, listen. To be clear, I do not give a flying fuck if you think this is bait or not. Do not waste your time whining about it in the comments. I'm still trying to figure out if I went too far or if it was just bound to happen. I'm 26 female intersex and my husband 29
Wait.
male. Meaning, I think that means both parts. Like
Yeah,
all
that's what I thought.
yeah.
Okay.
And my husband, 29 male, and I recently celebrated our daughter's first birthday. Due to fertility issues, we had her through a surrogate,
Okay, yeah.
our close friend, Erin. Erin's been in our life for years and is now our daughter's godmother and aunt. She's also a lesbian and in a happy relationship, which
this
is I know it's great. I love it. Which makes the rest of this feel even more absurd, but here we are. Okay. Mother-in-law has never outright said anything nasty about me, but she's had this pattern of constantly skimming past me and shining the spotlight on my husband and Erin. She was pleasant enough. Listen, she was pleasant enough when my husband and I started dating, but once she found out I was intersex, she started acting strange. Not cruel, just invasive and weirdly fascinated, which I am sadly used to when people learn about this part of me. She asked me if I was technically male or female, if I'd ever considered surgery to simplify things, and once even asked about how creative our sex life is due to my condition, and that my husband shouldn't neglect his needs due to me, which my husband shut down. When we announced we'd be using a surrogate, her reaction was all about Erin. She kept saying how lucky we were to have someone like her and how it must be such a relief to my husband to have a real connection to the baby. She said things like, a child should always have some kind of biological anchor, and at one point asked if I had ever felt left out. When I said no, she just smiled and said it was good that I was mature and that she wouldn't if she had to rely on another woman to give her a child. At the gender reveal party, she gave a whole toast about motherhood, but focused completely on Erin. She threw in a line about being happy for me as the supportive partner who helped make it possible and insisted that Erin be present when my husband and I cut the cake to find out the baby's gender. I wanted to disappear into the floor. Erin was visibly uncomfortable. She's been very clear with both of us that while she's honored to have carried our child, that she has no desire to co-parent and isn't interested in being treated like anything more than a loving aunt and godmother. Since our daughter was born, mother-in-law's made a habit of pushing me to the sidelines. She tags Erin and my husband in social media posts about the baby, but never includes me. She takes candid photos of them holding the baby and captions them like they're a little family unit with only the occasional picture, me and my husband with the baby. She keeps telling Erin how natural she looks with the baby, how she and my husband have such great chemistry when they're parenting together. Erin's told me herself that the whole thing feels like mother-in-law's trying to script a version of reality that no one else is living in. Then came our daughter's first birthday. It was indoor thing, nothing super fancy, but still special, you know? Cupcakes, a smash cake, snacks. I spent the few days prepping little decorations and favors with my husband, and for the most part, it was going fine. Mother-in-law showed up late and immediately handed me a huge gift bag, saying it was something extra special from Grandma and Erin. Erin, who was already at the party and had brought her own clearly labeled gift earlier, just stared at it like she had no idea what was inside. I opened the bag because mother-in-law insisted I do it in front of everyone while our daughter was happily destroying the cake. Inside was a framed, custom illustration of my husband, Erin, and the baby, Just the three of them, styled like a family portrait, standing in front of our house.
I would have slapped the fuck out of her. Slapped the fuck out of her. She would have been Looney
I'm not
Tunes
done.
spinning backwards. Holy shit.
I wasn't in it at all. She had apparently commissioned it based on photos from the baby shower and social media and acted like it was the most thoughtful gift she could have given our daughter. There was a weird silence while everyone tried to process it. Erin looked horrified. My husband asked her flat out why I wasn't included. Mother-in-law gave a little shrug and said something like that she didn't mean anything by it and she just wanted to capture the bond between who created my daughter so she could look back on it. She looked right at me and added, that of course that I'm part of my daughter's in my own special way, like I'm the babysitter. I just told her she needed to leave right then, with my tone immediately being a little harsh. She acted stunned, said I was blowing things out of proportion, that it was just a sweet keepsake. I told her no, it wasn't, and I said she could leave quietly or I'd ask someone to walk her out. She left after that. Now, my husband's siblings have been texting me like crazy about how I embarrassed her and that I could have addressed it after the party.
Good.
That I ruined what would have been a happy day over a misunderstanding. My husband disagrees. He says he's proud of me for standing up for myself and that he should have put his foot down long ago. Erin also told me I handled it better than she would have. Still, I've been turning it over in my head ever since. I worked so hard to make that day beautiful for our daughter, and I keep wondering if kicking her out really made me just as bad, or if it was the only way to finally shut it down. Was I the asshole for sending her out of the way I did?
Okay, I need to let me free
Go.
because I've been squirming over here with my eyes going widening like so much.
Yeah, I just kept getting worse.
Okay. Oh my god. First off, what in the weird Juno hell is this?
Right?
I wrote notes.
Okay.
First of all, parents, adopted parents, foster parents, whatever kind of parents you are, grandparents, don't ask your kids about their sex life. That's a weird fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's really gross.
Well,
And no, I don't know. If you're asking if they're being safe, that's fine. That's where it goes. Don't fuck. There's no well, no fucking water, no fucking Jimmy going down it. No well. Okay. Second, she's gotta be homophobic. Like, come on. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Third, I'm glad you mentioned it. I was like, why has she not talked to her husband about this? Like, from the get, why has his husband not said anything? Because
Yeah.
it seems like this has been going on forever.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately forever. He should have clocked that shit right
No,
away.
it seems like, just as we were going through, it seems like the husband maybe was making some comments, but just probably wasn't being forceful enough.
Also, this I put the mom as a 4-year-old. I don't know what that.
The mother-in-law, you mean?
But also, she has to. She hates adopted kids and their parents because they're not with their biological. Because she said, "Be with who created her." I almost called her the B word. She's not raising them. What do you mean? That means nothing. Like, literally, that means nothing. It's about who raises them. Like, that's actually fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What is she? What? It's not her kid. Is she disappointed in her own son? Why does she want to? She seems like she wants to. She's so invested in this fucking kid's parents. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, here's the other thing is surrogate doesn't...
Also, his siblings need to shut the fuck up and need to eat shit. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. This is a fucking well-grown woman.
Yeah. I mean, I guess in this situation, obviously surrogate means that I guess Erin was the egg donor, but that doesn't always mean. Sometimes surrogate is just you're carrying the fertilized egg for them.
It doesn't matter what the case was.
But I'm just saying, like, just to say that someone's a surrogate means that they're the biological mother. That's generally actually not the case. It's usually you're just carrying the child. And normally it's the fertilized, egg being implanted into you, and you're carrying it. It's not your DNA whatsoever.
Also, I didn't realize that until a couple of years ago. That could be a thing.
Yeah, it's something. What's funny, on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy Burris and her husband, I think, were trying to have, and they were struggling, and they got a surrogate, right? That was just caring for them, and then she ended up pregnant at the same time. So they ended up having basically like twins.
Dumb homicide.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, like. I mean, I'm guessing based on the way that this is that Erin must have been is like the biological mother because of the fertility issues with the original poster. But like, it doesn't matter. It would be the same thing as them going and adopting, or if he went to a stranger, like if a stranger lady used their, like,
Stranger lady.
Yeah.
He went to a stranger.
Like I don't even there
It's
is
funny
no way.
when you said when you said stranger, I just think of like a guy in a trench coat with a hat.
Right?
You can't see his face. He went to a stranger.
I got some ladies for you to help
Oh.
fertilize. Like, I don't know.
It's beyond me how people can't realize how much of a dick they are. Obviously, Aaron was visibly uncomfortable multiple times with your actions. The
And,
daughter
like, well,
has
also
the
Aaron's a full lesbian.
Yeah,
like, why
like-
do you think?
like she's
Like,
trying to
it's
like,
definitely homophobia.
She's like she's so many things. She's working multiple times trying to be homophobic. She's trying to convert this lesbian to be straight with her
Right?
son.
Yeah.
She's trying to get rid of the intersex daughter-in-law. She's crazy.
Yeah, that's super wild and insane to me. Like, I don't understand why
She's multitasking being a dick.
she's both multitasking, being homophobic. Like, that's what's wild to me. I also just like, look, I get it. I love you, right? And you're the most important person to me. And one day you will get married. And I pray that whoever you marry, we have a good relationship. But I've already told you from the get that if I am doing something that hurts or offends your wife, I don't care how scared you are to tell me or how
You think
you
I'm
don't
not-
want
you
me.
think-
Yeah,
you-
no, I'm saying I've already told you though. Who cares if it hurts my feelings when you tell me? You understand that I'm a grown adult and I can work through that. Never put your wife in the position of the way I was put.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned from that. B, I don't think I'm the person to be shy away from that. And C, I've hurt your feelings over less.
That's true.
Like, and
On the daily.
I love you the most, but I think, and if I'm being unreasonable, you can clap back at me. You know what I
Oh
mean?
God, you know I don't have a problem with that either.
But like, I don't know.
Like I see says like so many issues with mother-in-laws like that they, especially when they have boys, especially when they have sons, that they're like that with the spouse.
Yeah,
And it's just like, let go, man. I don't get it.
like you're about to die. Joking. You're literally
'Cause I'm gonna kill you.
You're literally 1 foot in the grave. Do you want to make that 2 already? Jesus.
That's just and it's not even to act like I'm sorry to seriously act like you didn't know that it was gonna hurt them when this isn't a photo you took
No,
of
she
them. This was
knew.
an illustration.
She knew.
You specifically cherry picked from other photos to create this.
At least be a good liar. Like, I'm not even there, but I know she was lying so
Hold
horribly.
on, would it have been worse if she'd added the daughter-in-law, right, the original poster, but she's like off in the background?
Like halfway. She's like very far in the distance. She's blurry. Like, is that me?
I'm sorry.
She,
Like, I feel like that had actually been more insulting.
honestly, it wouldn't matter. Like, just come out and say, I don't want you to be with my son. Just say that.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
But also men, like, start fucking speaking
I'm
up.
glad he said I'm glad he said he should have said it sooner. But again, you should have said it sooner.
Like,
like-
the first time she asks about how your sex life goes, be like, hey, that's not your fucking business.
It's you're a freak for asking.
Right,
His mom is a little freak.
Do I need to give you pointers? I can direct you to some literature.
Honestly, well, if I was the mom, not the intersex woman, right?
The
If I
original
was-
poster.
If I was the original poster, I was OP. I'd be like, "Do you want to fuck me? Why are you so obsessed with me? Like,
No, I literally play him
you
right.
trying to get some? I'm not into you right now."
Why are you so obsessed with me? I'm sorry. Like when I read the title, I'm like, oh yeah, she's probably not the asshole, right?
It's
and
hard-
then I kept reading. I'm like, it's getting worse and worse and worse.
She literally, it's hard as insensitive. She can literally say, "Get off my dick!" Like, Jesus Christ.
I swear it still like takes back to when we're in therapy, right? Andy and I are in therapy with his mom.
Yeah.
And not her looking at our therapist is a black man, not her looking at him and when he says, do you see how that could be racist? And her saying no. That was crazy too. It was when I'm telling her, like, I'm like, what about all this time, you know, I like where I really tried to connect with her and we went and did things, right? And I'm putting myself out there. And
Yeah.
she looked me dead ass in the eye and said, I was faking. I didn't mean any of it. And I'm like,
They're both equally horrible, but at least she like didn't lie about it.
well, I'm just saying,
Try to
like,
lie
it's
about
just,
how do you commission a fucking painting and like, oh, I didn't think of it.
I didn't mean that as a
I
slight.
didn't
Yes,
mean
you
it as a
did.
slight. You know what I mean?
Like, you 100%
I'm
did.
gonna put this in your home where Aaron doesn't fucking live, by the way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what the fuck? And you want to give their daughter fucking weird fucking
like
trauma? Like, who's my mom?
Right. I mean, I'm sure as the child gets older, they're going to be, especially because the Aaron is the godmother.
Yeah.
You're going to be honest with her and be like, hey, mommy couldn't help produce you, so Aaron was loving enough to help so that we could have you.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's like, it shouldn't be that big of a I guess that's a big thing, but like, is it weird to say that shouldn't be a big conversation? Like, yeah, I didn't like, honestly, like, I didn't like pop you out. That was like a friend of ours. Like,
well, it should be. She should know who her biological parent is because of health shit.
Yeah.
Like, you need health reasons.
Yeah,
you need to know stuff.
If it is that,
You need to know like what's hereditary, and like things like that.
Yeah.
But so I'm saying, I'm sure that we're gonna be honest with her, but like, she doesn't need a picture to look at all the time, and then be like, well, does my my mom not love me? Because why is she not in that picture? It's just weird. People are so weird. It's like,
She also hates step parents too. She hates every parent that isn't a straight woman, a straight man, that both the biological parents.
I don't understand that thinking or that level of energy. That's like a lot of energy to use on somebody that you clearly don't like.
Yeah.
Like, I that's where I said, like, I love that and the petty revenge thing.
Would you have another one?
For petty,
Or any of them?
but I'm saying, like, I wish that let's see this one might be short. Yeah, short. I wish that I had the energy for pettiness. I just don't have it. But I love except for that one. That's a level of petty that should not exist, and also it's not you just being petty, it's just you being homophobic. All right, let's see what this one is. This one's, am I the asshole for refusing to let my mom install a security camera in my apartment?
Wait, hold on, say that again.
Am I the asshole for refusing to let my mom install a security camera in my apartment? I, 26 female, moved into my own apartment 3 months ago. It's my first place completely by myself after years of having roommates and living at home. Honestly, I love it. It's a safe area. I work from home, and I finally feel like I'm becoming an actual adult. Last weekend, my mom, 52 female, who can be a bit overbearing, came over to visit. While she was checking out the place, she casually said, "You should put a camera by the front door so I can check in and make sure everything's okay." At first, I thought she meant something for monitoring deliveries or packages.
Yeah.
But then she clarified that she wanted a camera she could access remotely. I laughed and said, no way, thinking she was joking. But she was serious. She got defensive and insisted it would give her peace of mind, especially since I'm so far from home. I'm only 45 minutes away. I told her I appreciate her concern, but I'm an adult and I'm not okay with being watched in my own apartment, even if it's just the entryway. She kept pushing, saying it was just for emergencies, and accused me of being secretive. I reminded her that I live alone for a reason. I like my privacy and independence. She left in a huff and has since texted me twice saying I'm being cold and ungrateful. Now my aunt has chimed in saying my mom is just worried and that I could compromise by letting her access one camera. I really don't think I'm being unreasonable. I don't want someone monitoring my door just because they feel entitled to. So am I the asshole?
I realize in this, right, that I may not be the best person, because in my mind, I was like, if you're not like this, obviously, but if I had a parent or anybody that was like this and that weird and that level of childish at their age, I just cut you off the rest of my life, just there and then. What the fuck? She's a freak. She's a weird, creepy freak. I'm sorry.
I don't think that makes
I'm done with you.
But I also think you get that from me because you've seen me cut people off for when like they've just pushed me.
I'm not the person like to immediately give up on a person, but
Yeah.
that for some reason that one really rubbed me the wrong way. I don't get this idea that people think that anyone like owes them their private life or who they are as a person.
Oh my God, listen.
Like, be in your own head. Jesus Christ.
Somebody in the comments said OP needs to get her apartment checked. There was a post a few days ago where another mother literally hid a camera in her 20-something-year-old's apartment and was basically spying on her constantly. That's so weird. Like, okay, yeah, I love you and I want to know that you're okay and like I want to check on you, but she's 26 years old. She's already lived with roommates.
Honestly, you know what that sounds like? She didn't want a kid, she wanted a pet. That's what that fucking sounds. No, I'm being so fucking for real. Like, that sounds like in your mind, you think this kid, your kid, is gonna be chained to you for the rest of your life. That's not what being a parent's about.
She needs therapy. She doesn't need cameras. Like, I don't even understand that. That would be weird. Like, it's one thing to be like, you know, if we lived within an hour of each other and you gave me a spare key for like emergency situations, that would make sense, right?
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have access to your Ring cameras, you know? I shouldn't be wanting to, like, it's just, I don't know. It's not something, I don't want to know. What if you're having orgies? I don't want to know that.
Why did you have to go so
Well, I'm
that
just
I would-
saying, it's weird to me that
A-
you'd want to spy on your children.
you went somewhere where I would never go.
I didn't say that you would go there, but
B,
I'm saying
why
I
did
don't
you
want to
go
know
there?
that.
Yeah, like,
I don't want to know that, though. Like, I feel like and I'm somebody that you know likes to know things. Like, the unknown scares me, right? Like, it
Yeah.
gives me a lot of anxiety. I like definites.
I honestly, if somehow she, like, the mom forced her way to do this, right? I'd be the fucking gopher with that farmer just eating in front of the camera.
Like, going for
Like,
that, just like,
dead face eating in front of the camera every fucking day.
I
And I would not communicate with my mom. Only way she would know of my existence is through that camera and me eating. she tried to come over. I'm like, where the fuck did she go? The whole apartment's fucking empty.
I'm just saying, I feel like you set yourself up for learning things you don't maybe want to know about your children.
Also, you're supposed to live your life, not somebody else's life. Like, that's so weird.
Well, I will.
And your child isn't your TV show.
Okay, I know that, but I'm
This
just.
pisses me off so much.
I know. I'm
by
just
the way.
gonna say though, as a parent, it is very hard to parent somebody and then let them go, and especially if that's been, especially I think for moms, because so much of the parenting is placed on them.
Yeah.
That it's just very difficult to be like, okay, so now you're just supposed to leave. What the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Shit's hard.
I'm not defending the mom at all, and you
Yeah.
know that. I'm saying just to be like, you're supposed to live your life. Okay, well that's very difficult. After
Yeah, things are
Your whole
difficult.
life was revolved
You-
around
I-
someone else.
Again, I've had no idea. And is this improv? Yes, are you yes anding me?
No, I'm not.
Yes, and I don't care.
It's just weird. Again, I don't want to know. I don't know how many times you order takeout. That's your business, not mine.
Like, does she not know what boundaries mean?
If I was the girl, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. And I'd buy a bunch of fucking vibrators and dildos to have
I
delivered.
just piss all over the camera. Or shit all over everywhere. Get you smell-o-vision too. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Maybe she's just struggling, and maybe
I'd start scaring her. I'd start doing like, what's the found footage horror movie that was also
Blair Witch Project.
I do Blair Witch Project on her ass. Pretend like I'm fucking like
Yeah,
doing shit. Or I put it in a random house.
they like move it.
Like a random fucking house. Have you seen that trend where it's like FaceTiming my parents, but like they put like a random person over the screen? Like, who the
No.
fuck is this?
No, I haven't seen that. I don't know. I mean, I do know. Like, definitely don't if your child, especially if your child is mid-20s, meaning they're closer to 30 than they are 20, right?
Start acting like an alien, like Abed did in Community.
Yeah, I was like, just be yourself. No, don't be yourself.
No, and you remember when he's pranking Troy?
Yeah. I know that too, but I was also thinking the other one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. People are weird. Apparently, moms are really weird. I need to find some that are
Yeah, this is the
dads.
bad mom.
This is I'm sorry, moms.
You realize, and I'm not saying this is the case all the time, right? And I'm not trying to like create something out of nothing, but there is a chance, right,
Mm-hmm.
that the reason we don't see as much dad stuff is because they're just not emotionally invested to get to this point.
With their dads.
I'm saying dads aren't enough emotionally invested in their kids to get to a point
Oh.
like this. You know what I mean?
Maybe I'm gonna have to scour for some
What do you
dads
think I was
ones
gonna
for
say?
next week. I thought you were gonna say that the dads. I don't know what you were gonna say.
You thought you were gonna
I
say
thought you were gonna say something bad about moms.
Yeah, no, like Jesus, you are automatically like. I swear to God, every time I talk, I have a red dot on my fucking forehead.
Stop
Like you're
it.
getting ready to say. As soon as I slip up, bam!
It's called PTSD. He says really hurtful things to me.
I don't say that. It's not that.
Oh,
I don't say
no,
that
you
often.
literally just said I don't say that many. You're about to say that many things.
I don't say that many things.
But it should be
I
none. It should
don't.
be none.
I'm human. Ragabone man. I'm only human.
Okay.
After all,
Anyhow, I
you
have.
put the blame on me. No put the blame on me. No get a lot of help. So people
Man, I can't wait till you have kids.
Sure, people gonna.
I mean, I can wait, but I can't.
Can't wait because then you're gonna start.
I'm gonna tell them all kinds of
you're gonna-
stories about
You're gonna paint some pictures with a random woman I've never even had a romantic interest with.
So I'm never. No.
You don't get to. You don't get to tell my kids shit.
I gotta tell them all this stuff.
As soon as my kids are being born, I'm gonna whisper in the ear, my mom's gonna lie about it.
And I'm gonna look at her and be like, you know what? Your dad is actually the liar. He's the one that's good at lying. Don't
You're
trust
gonna give
him.
my kids fucking problems.
Your grandmother? I don't know what my name's gonna be yet.
I'm gonna create like fucking nursery rhymes. Grandma is a liar.
They're gonna know. I'm a terrible liar. They're gonna know from the jump. Grandma can't lie about shit. And I'm like, your dad, professional
No, I'm
liar.
gonna make them believe you're the best liar. So when you tell the truth, you're gonna
No.
be like, nah, you're lying.
Anyhow, all right. I have to go PLTTY.
Am I a dog?
I don't know
You
why.
say like a potty's so gross.
No, I don't know why I spelled it out.
P-O-T-T-Y.
Like you're a 5-year-old, and I'm trying to spell making sure you don't have cookies. So I say COOKIE.
It's all the mom talk.
The what?
It's all the mom talk.
What do you mean?
Why you just
Oh
treating me
yeah,
like a
probably. I
5-year-old.
just reverted to when you were little.
Although I actually don't remember you ever spell anything out for me. But maybe I just like don't have those memories because I just only remember when I'm learn stuff.
I don't think I did for you. I did
I
for
don't remember.
Avery.
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? Do you remember learning a word? I don't remember learning a word. I just knew them.
I
know it sounds
legitimately.
crazy, but I don't remember learning words.
Okay, so I remember. I think I've told you this. I entered kindergarten at 4 years old, so I started a year early.
Yeah.
I already was reading third grade level. I can't tell you how I knew how to read. And again, it is definitely not my
I'm
mom.
saying I can't tell you how I learned how to read.
I'm saying I don't know how I know words. Like I can tell you how you learned them because I read to you
Because you were there. Yeah.
a lot. Yeah. And but I don't know how I did because my mom wasn't that kind of mom. It has to have been babysitters. It had to be babysitters that were reading to me. There's no way it was anything other than that. Or I'm a genius. But only when it comes to reading. Suck at math.
I just
So.
want to be a genius at reading. Not that you can't. I'm just like I'm trying to figure that out. Is it reading comprehension? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, because the act of reading is just like looking at a word and like knowing what it means.
Again, he says hurtful things
No,
to me
I didn't
every
mean to-
day.
I didn't mean to be-
Every
I didn't
day.
mean to- I
That
didn't-
might be the second thing he said.
I
that
was trying to
hurtful
wrap my
today.
head. I know it's a thing. I was trying to wrap my head around it because with math, it's so like, it's because because basically figuring out something. And so with reading, my eyes, and it's probably because I'm not as close to reading as you are. I just think of it as you're like in your mind, you're reading about a story or words or whatever. I forget that there is a level of like figuring out what like maybe the author meant by it, and that's where the genius would come from. Because in my mind, I'm just like, you're just saying the words in your mind or aloud.
Also, to be 4 years old and reading at a third grade level is pretty phenomenal. So piss off. I mean, granted, it's not like those little kids you see on the internet that know the whole fucking periodic table at like 5.
That's not. That just means you have a good memory. I mean, you're a fucking genius. I hate those things. I can recite pi, and I can recite all of fucking Shadow Gambino's verse. It's not that fucking impressive. Jesus Christ. Why is that like? Why was that the big thing? Oh, I can recite pi. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And this comes from someone who loved math. I loved math. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. You can recite pi. It doesn't make you smart.
They also know the states
I know the 50 nifty United States.
and their capitals.
Well, I know some of the capitals. I know the important ones. Austin. And DC.
Sacramento.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I actually, at one point, I did know it because I came second in geography B twice. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing to brag about, but, I am. That's what I'm doing right there.
Oh my god. Okay, I have to really go to the bathroom though now. The coffee, it's kicking in.
Okay.
All right. I love you.
Love you.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back.
Podcast.
Podcast.
C4. 4.